So was it provolone or mozzarella?
It's the prosciutto.
Oh, nice. Oh, so it's episode 32, Bomb Squad. What's up? Caught us by surprise there. It's July 14th. We have a Saturday show on a Saturday. The Bay City Rollers should have let you know that. I know, right? It's very rare that we have a Saturday show on a Saturday these days. Typically, we use Saturday as a catch-up day for our movies and stuff. But Tones, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm glad we actually using the Saturday show as a Saturday show, not as a filibuster.
Right.
To get, hold off on the movie.
You just got back from a little doctor's appointment. How did everything come back okay?
Everything checked out fine. I was eye doctor, nothing serious.
Okay.
No eye cancer, so that's a good thing. Had to get some more contacts, but we'll talk more about that later for sure.
Good.
Great.
All right. So it's a Saturday show, like I just mentioned, which means that we have our world famous segments and a classic 4-pack. But really quick, we have some housekeeping. So for the Thursday show with the movies, so I have to watch Leon the Professional and Tones has to watch The Road Warrior. So I found out yesterday, and a little subtle reference in a text message conversation that we were having, sent a little gift from Caddyshack to him, and he admitted to me that he's never seen Caddyshack. So we had to make an emergency landing and get him a new movie. So he now has to watch Caddyshack for tomorrow, and I'm very excited. And I've told him that Caddyshack is funnier than Airplane. And I sent that question to about 7 or 8 people saying, like, what movie's funnier, Caddyshack or Airplane? Unanimous, Caddyshack.
Yep, I got all the screenshots to prove it.
Yep. I was hammered last night too, so sorry about bombarding it. And then I watched it too, and I just laughed myself to sleep.
Yeah, that's good. It feels like I have a weight off my shoulders. Like, now I know what you felt like when you came out of the closet. To admit to something that I
haven't seen Caddyshack
that frowned upon. The fact that I haven't seen it, it's just been So I mean, I'm excited to see it because it's not like I'm against seeing it. It's obviously something you
just haven't gotten around to it, which is what the whole point of the Thursday show is to make sure it gives you an obligation. You have to see the movie.
I don't have a choice.
You were probably never going to see Brokeback Mountain unless I made you. Which is. And then came back on and didn't like it, which upset me.
No, I said it was okay. I said it was a good.
It's either great or it's bad. Brokeback, okay? You can't just be like, "No, it's all right." It's not one of those movies you could just be like, "It's like a 60 on Rotten Tomatoes." No, it's either 95 or a 12.
I mean, I see the story that was there. It was just a really gay movie. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Unbelievable. All right, so we have, like I mentioned, world famous segments in a classic 4-pack. But first, we have some news. It's been a while.
Whoa, is it good or bad? Good or bad?
It is bad news. You're gonna love this one. All right. So the Illinois and Iowa health departments are investigating outbreaks of a parasite that causes intestinal illness and might be linked to McDonald's salads. Thursday. The Cyclospora parasite causes intestinal illness as a result of consuming contaminated food or water. Symptoms can begin a week or more after consuming the parasite. They include diarrhea and frequent, sometimes explosive bowel movements, according to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. So we land on McDonald's once again, Tones. Ever since I had this, so for those who are new, I don't know if we get new listeners these days, but if we do, a couple episodes ago, I had a nightmare about how McDonald's was pretty much just a ploy to recruit satanic worshippers and demons for the afterlife. Yeah. And now, I mean, the way I'm looking at it with that dream in mind, who goes to McDonald's and gets a salad?
Yeah, well, that's your first mistake. I mean, go to McDonald's to get a salad. You have to expect some sort of diarrhea.
That was the punishment from the demons. They're just like, you can't come here and get salads. What are you trying to do? Cheat us?
The demons got you by the balls. If you get the burgers, you get possessed. And if you eat the salad, you get explosive diarrhea, life-threatening diarrhea.
The salad is trying to cheat the system.
Yeah, no, demons don't like that. Yeah. I mean, it just goes to show you that, maybe it wasn't a dream. Maybe it was like a premonition.
I think it's like a little Final Destination thing. Yeah, exactly. It's like I don't think I'm gonna have McDonald's anytime soon.
You just gotta be on the lookout for John Lithgow. You see him.
I saw him in that ad that I sent you on Instagram the other day.
You did.
It was literally a promoted fucking advertisement. And I sent it to you.
No, yeah. I mean, you just gotta look. Make sure don't go down any dark alleys. He might be hiding in there for you. You got to watch out for him down there. But
I just gotta avoid McDonald's. I've been a Wendy's man forever. Wendy's is so much better.
Wendy's is so much better.
But there is something about McDonald's chicken nuggets that is just so. Like people they're just like, dude, like McDonald's does not have the best chicken nuggets. Like,
no, their nuggets and their fries are top notch.
They're the best. The chicken nuggets are second to none.
Yeah. And I think that the fries are my favorite. Fries and Wendy's is close second, but fries are definitely the best. The burgers, take or leave them.
Don't even look at them. Yeah.
Big Mac is so overrated. Like Big Mac is, I don't know. I don't want to get on a McDonald's rant, but yeah.
Real sidetrack on the Big Mac. Did I ever told you the story when I got a Big Mac plain as a kid?
Just burger and bun.
I was probably like 10, maybe younger. But I was such a picky eater, and like the Big Mac was new back at I guess it was like late 90s. So I wanted one real bad, but like I don't like lettuce, tomatoes, all those things. I mean, like I've grown to like those things now, but not tomatoes, of course. Tomatoes are an abomination. But I ordered a Big Mac plain. I got laughed out of the McDonald's building as a kid. They laughed me out of the building as like an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
And they gave me a double hamburger.
I have a similar story, actually 2 similar stories. When I was a kid, I kept seeing commercials for the rodeo burger at Burger King. And I was bothering the shit out of my parents. I want a rodeo burger. I want a rodeo burger. So they took me there. They want me to get a rodeo burger, which was basically just like onion rings, barbecue sauce, all this like stuff on it. I get there, I'm like, what the hell is all this? I just took everything off and just ate the burger plain.
That's what I should have did. To avoid the embarrassment.
And I did the same thing with pepperoni pizza when I was even younger. I just liked the idea of pepperoni pizza, but I didn't know what pepperoni was. So when the pizza came, I just took the pepperoni off and just ate the pizza.
I hope to God that perception has changed.
Oh, absolutely. Now if there's isn't meat on my pizza, I won't eat it.
Good. All right. So everybody watch out in Iowa and Illinois for your McDonald's. Just don't get a fucking salad, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Go get a salad at a salad place.
Yeah, they have like Salad Works. You go to like a Panera and get it. I mean, like there's plenty of places that sell you a salad.
Imagine being that stuck up prick who goes to with your friend to a McDonald's drive-through and they make their order like, I'll take a Big Mac, like I'll take a number 4 or whatever, and like your friend's just like, I'll get the salad.
I'll take the Baja chicken salad.
You're gonna get the salad when we're at McDonald's, you fucking prick.
Why don't you go eat the grass out front? How about that? Save yourself some money.
Yeah.
Fucking
anyway.
Rabbit. I'm a rabbit. I'm a man.
In a way, these people kind of deserve the explosive diarrhea, which is hilarious how they really detailed, like in some cases, the diarrhea is explosive. like the U.S. Centers of Disease Control and Prevention.
What do you think constitutes explosive diarrhea over regular diarrhea?
Probably to the point where you cannot hold it.
It's just exploding out.
Oh my God. Soundbite. Yeah, but I mean, you know what explosive diarrhea is.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah. But anyway, so good classic Saturday show. Get right into the shit. News is back. The bad news is back. Finally, there's some stuff that we could kind of laugh at a little bit more than we have been able to the last few weeks. But anyway, so we're going to jump right into our 4-pack of questions instead of our segments first because we kind of owe you a 4-pack. So Kane, hit it. All right. So Tons, what don't most people realize just is not cool anymore?
Now, this isn't the one answer I had wasn't for most people, but there's a lot of people still that like are avid Facebook users, like people our age. Like they'll just post on there multiple times a day.
Are you still on Facebook? Obviously, you have to be if you're seeing this stuff. Yeah.
I mean, I have Facebook, but like I very rarely go on. Only time I'll go on is if someone like tags me in something that they see. Like I'll just go on occasionally, but like there's people I went to high school with that will just post 2 or 3 times a day, and it's all just like the most asinine shit. Like nobody cares. Like there was one kid I knew that moved out to South Beach, and he would just post pictures of himself like. He'd be like on like Ocean Drive, like going to all these different bars and like taking pictures with like the bartenders, like the girls. Like,
yeah,
right, cool, dude. You took a picture of the bartender. Like,
that's why I got off. It's just like you're seeing these people just like every day post all these pictures and videos of themselves. It's just like, what makes you think that any of us give a fucking shit about you sitting at a bar at South Beach?
Right.
Just enjoy it. You don't have to sit there and just be like, I just want to make sure everybody knows that I'm doing this before.
Yeah, and it was just like depressing because he would just go there by himself and just take pictures with the waitresses and shit. It's just like, what are you trying to prove, man? Like, we all know you're not hooking up with that waitress.
Yeah,
you can tell like he's got like the hand hovering over the shoulder. He's not actually like it's like that awkward kind of like you don't want to put the hand on her arm, so you're just like it's kind of hovering there. It's like, all right, dude, we get it. You live in South Beach by yourself. That's cool.
What a dork.
And it was funny because I was living in Florida at the time too, like pretty close to where he was, and I just never like I'm not even gonna attempt to like reach out to this kid.
I kind of regret deleting my Facebook a little bit. Like I like to lurk on it. I deleted it because I was drunk and just like I saw something. I was like, I'm fucking done with people. Like this is so annoying. So I deleted it and then I moved to Baltimore. So probably like 90% of the people I grew up with and knew, other than my close friends, like I fell off the face of the earth, I think. People are just like, remember that kid Tom Hebe? Like I have what the fuck is that kid up to? Is he
still
alive?
Yeah. What's going on? I haven't heard from him in a while.
That's the only part I kind of regret. It's like I would like to have it just to check in and just say, hey, not posting anything special, just letting you know, like, hey.
Yeah, he hasn't poked me in a while. What's going
on? So I have putting that you enjoy hiking and nature on dating profiles. In the gay community, it's everywhere. Like almost I'd say 75% of the profiles are the same, where it's like I enjoy hiking, kayaking, mountain climbing. It's just like, fuck off. What do you like? You're immediately like with your biography trying to just be like, yeah, I'm straight edge. I like to hike. I'm a vegan.
I like to do things that most people find extremely annoying.
Yeah. Like, why can't people just be honest? Like, I like to sit down and have a beer, watch football or something like that. It's never that. It's always, I like to hike. I like the outdoors. Like we should go on a walk together. It's like, I don't want to do any of that. You're real good looking, but it stinks because you suck.
Every time I go outdoors, I just get attacked by bugs. I'm like, fuck this. I'm going
fuck back the bugs. Fuck because you sweat and the bugs stick to you, and
like, especially when you're walking, then all of a sudden you got like the swamp going down like by your nuts, like it's just all sweaty and like you're just like hot and you have to walk in it, and all of a sudden you got heat rash and you're like, yeah, fuck this.
Imagine like waking up early on a Saturday to like go to hike.
No, I will not do that.
Let's just go walk up a mountain and back and then call it a day. No, count me the fuck out.
Yeah, I went once, like my parents took me once when I was like a kid to like, I guess it was hiking. I don't know what you would call it. We were just kind of walking in the woods and I like slipped and fell and like hit my knee on a rock. I was like, I'm never doing this again.
Yeah.
That right there is all I need.
I think that is hiking. And that's in a nutshell right there.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing this in the first place for? This sucks. Now my knee fucking is hurting. And I don't know.
Nowhere. I'm thirsty. I'm hot. I'm tired. Yeah. I want to play my Game Boy. What the hell's going on out here?
If we have any listeners out there that enjoy hiking or the outdoors, just keep it off your profile. Just enjoy it in your spare time. Don't put that right out there because like you're not an approachable person. You're going to get approached by other mountain people and those people are weird.
Mountain people.
People of the mountains. All right. So question number 2 of our classic 4-pack. Tones, have you ever fallen for a scam?
Yeah, I spent almost 2 years falling for a scam.
Are you going right back to the makeup with this?
Yeah, my makeup job. Yep. So they were like,
but never like a legitimate, like Nigerian prince kind of scam.
No, nothing that I could think of off the top of my head. But I mean, basically, my job, like, I went in for the interview, and I was just out of college, and they're like, "Yeah, we have a lot of people that within 2-3 years they're making 6 figures running their own office." Wow. I was like, "Oh, that sounds good. I like that." So I went into it with that, and I figured out, like probably a month or 2 in, that like it really wasn't legit. But I was making okay money, and I liked most of the people were my age, and they were cool, and we used to hang out. So like, I made friends there. So I stayed around for a while. I was like, hey, maybe this thing works out, maybe it doesn't. But yeah, I went along with that scam for almost 2 years, and it even brought me to Florida.
Yeah, you really fell for it there.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I would have never lived in Florida otherwise. At least maybe not until I was like older. So I guess that was cool. Like I don't mind.
You moved to Florida to deliver pizzas.
Well, but I got to enjoy Florida for a little bit,
Yeah.
Different lifestyle down there.
Yeah, that is cool. Little asterisk on your resume, I guess. Well, not an asterisk, but a little part of your life. You can say, I was delivering pizzas down at South Beach for a half a year. And then I got back.
I was selling the makeup at South Beach. I was delivering the pizzas in Fort Lauderdale. There's a big difference.
Okay. Gotcha. Sorry. Apologies. So I actually fell for a legitimate scam, and I'm a moron for it. It happened in college, too. I think it was sophomore year. I went to youtube.com, but I forgot the U in tube. So it was youtube.com. And if you did that, I don't know if it's still the same way. I didn't check it. But if you do that, it goes right to this page where it's like when you've won a free iPad. And I could have sworn I typed in youtube.com. And I thought for some reason that this was like, oh, my God, of all the millions of people that use YouTube, like, and this is just, I gave him my credit card and my purse, well, not my personal information, just a credit card. Credit card got immediately stolen. The numbers. Somebody bought a $600 TV from London.
Oh, nice.
My mom called me right after. She's like, "You buy a huge TV from London?" I was like, "No." She's like, "Okay, I didn't think so. All right, your credit card's canceled." Like, but yeah, that was a moronic move by me.
Did you tell her that like the reason why that happened was because you fell for a scam, or you just assumed that it just got stolen somehow?
No. And that was the first time of two that she gave me a credit card for school for only emergencies. As you know, I completely abused it. Like, it was
emergency is a very loose term.
I was reckless. I bought whatever I wanted, like food wise. I would buy people chilies in order for weed, like, is like, my pot dealer, like, I don't have any money, but I'll buy you a steak from Chili's. You can I say you were my pot dealer? You would expect, all right.
you would offer me a full meal at Chili's for not even like a significant, like a bowl pack. Like, you just pack
like a smoke up.
Yeah. I was like, all right, then I'll give you some more if you want. I mean,
soundbite. Because the soundbite that we just played is exactly what I was working with. It was it really was free real estate. But it was worth it at the time. But then the second time it got stolen. Yeah, that was I was on the way to the airport after I flew back from somewhere, and I forgot where I parked my car in the parking garage at the airport. And I looked all over for it, couldn't find it, took a taxi home. I knew I could find it if I took a cab in, like I got there.
Yeah.
So I took a cab in and I gave him my credit card numbers, and then it got stolen. And then they bought something else and I got busted. But anyway, all right. So that brings us to question number 3. So who do you hate most on the internet? Which doesn't have to be a specific person, but it could be just a type of person, Yeah.
This kind of goes back to the Facebook thing a little bit, but people that just talk about politics all the time. Get into arguments about politics. Like, this is what I never get. I mean, you're never, ever going to change someone's mind on Facebook by arguing with them in a comment section. Like, so why even go through why even put out the energy? Like, I've never once in one of these comment threads seen someone like, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
It's always just like paragraphs of just like nonsense just being thrown back and forth at each other.
Obviously, you haven't read the Third Amendment.
Yeah, just like, who cares? It gives me that's why another reason why I haven't got on Facebook in a while is because, like, it's majority of that. Like, I
left Facebook before that stuff started happening. I think
you're lucky. It all kind of started probably like 2 years ago once Trump started like running.
Yeah, I left way before that, so that makes sense.
Yeah, like I had a teacher from high school who was extremely liberal, and he friends everyone that graduated. It wasn't like a weird thing with me and him. But and he would just get into he would just pop into random people's like comments, like just like trying to prove them wrong. And
those people are the fucking worst. Just like call it what it is. A spade is spade. Those people are absolutely fucking miserable human beings. And I have pretty much the same thing. The people on Twitter who have the hashtag resist next to the name, it's like, dude, you like I read your name on Twitter and I'm immediately just like, I hate you.
What are you even resisting, bro?
What are you resisting?
You're resisting arrest. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's just a stupid, like, first of all, hashtags are fucking annoying. Like, if you hashtag something, that's just come on. But
yeah, I don't know.
Hashtag in all caps resist. Resist.
No, see, when it's a hashtag, it's the act of resisting, I feel like.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means, but it's just like I'm in active resistance right now.
You resist all you want. You're not going to change anything, pal. Stop wasting your time being a prick. And like, if you are one of those people who has the hashtag resist, you're one of the people who Tones was just talking about. The people who have to fucking go on Twitter and just defend everything that they believe in and not accept anything else. That's it. You are wrong and I'm right. Resist. That's it. But yeah, those people suck. Political people on all social media platforms need to shut the fuck up. Go vote. Yes. I don't know.
Yeah, do something. Run.
That where it counts? The scoreboard is the voting booth.
Yeah, go run for your county office or something. I don't know, county mayor.
They're like the people who bitch and moan after their team lost, and they're just like, that was a catch. Like, yeah, well, you lost.
It's the ump's fault. It's the ump's fault. The ref's fault. We lost because of the ref. It's a bad call.
Exactly. Right. It's like, no, well, it's sorry, it's in the books, pal.
What about the 3 interceptions you threw earlier in the game? Like, that didn't have anything to do with it. It was that call at the end.
I don't know. People need to shut the fuck up. All right, so we move to our 4th and final question of the classic 4-pack. So who are the 2 types of people in this world, Tones?
There's the people that when they put the toilet paper on the roll, You pull from the top, or the people that pull from the bottom?
My parents are bottom pullers.
I hate the
I can't
bottom.
stand it.
I hate the bottom.
When I go home and I see that, I'm just like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
I'll flip it around. I'll do it. I'll change it up if I see someone do that. It's because no, I mean, so it's not just it's for practical reasons. When you're pulling from the bottom, like there's times like because I like to do the yank pull where you just pull and it rips off.
Yeah.
Right. But if you do that from the bottom, it just keeps unrolling. It keeps unraveling. So you can't do that. You have to bring the second hand over and hold the bottom piece and tear it like that. Like I'm trying to be efficient here. Like I take long shits. Okay. Yeah. So like it's gotta be like the pit crews in NASCAR, like boom, 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 like in and out. Like I gotta rip the toilet paper. I gotta go. I got things to do. I got podcasts to record.
And if you're one of those people who has it from the bottom, your risk of clogging the toilet is significantly higher.
Yeah,
because you're gonna accidentally take too much.
Yeah, exactly. And you're a sociopath.
Completely agree. I mean, no offense to my parents, they're great, but like, come on, you gotta change that up. Unbelievable. Yeah. So I have people who watch sports and people who do not watch sports.
That's a good one.
Right?
That's a good one. Yep.
I do not like people who do not watch sports, to be honest. And most of that includes women, which I kind of get a pass on, which is nice. Like, I hate people who just don't get it. You're just like, hey, like we're all going out for drinks on Sunday at 1:30 p.m. Like, no, I can't. Yeah. Fucking football's on.
Yeah.
It's just a game. You are a loser. Are you kidding me? It's sports. I mean, like, even if it has nothing to do with you or whatever, it's still like the social aspect of it. If you going like as a salesman, having sports in your back pocket to talk about could easily take up anywhere between 15 and 2 hours of time of talking to a customer. It's great. It's a common ground, but like nobody wants to talk about like hiking. Yeah. Nobody wants to talk about like you fucking camping in the woods.
Oh yeah. How about this weather, huh?
Yeah. No, it's how about the fucking Cowboys game or something?
Yeah.
On Sunday night, like, yeah, it was crazy, huh? Did you see that fucking play that Romo made? It's like, yeah, it was crazy.
And if in a conversation like that, if you get someone who's like just as big of a sports fan as you are, and like actually knows their shit, and you know your shit, it's money. You're in.
A hiker and a hiker, even if they have everything in common, they're not going to be like, oh man, I love sequoia trees. Same. Have you seen the redwood forest?
How about those rocks, man? Just climbing all over rocks. How about that? You like them rocks? I like
people
rocks.
Are fucking morons.
You like brooks? You like streams? I love them.
Big fan of creeks, to be honest. I love creeks.
I love bushes.
All right, so we just really bashed people who are soft to that 4-pack of questions. So if any of that was offensive if you're a listener and you didn't like that right there, you should
probably shouldn't be a listener.
Shouldn't be a listener. You should look in the mirror and, to quote one of my favorite teachers from high school, look in the mirror and say, "That's the problem." Moving on to seconds. Taylor Hicks, hit it. All right. We have a horse race, and I am on fucking fire today, and it's incredible. I'm up $110. Well, I lost my last one, so I'm up exactly $100 in the day. So right now I have the 7-horse, $10 to show. I did a show bet because I had to get back to my roots. I always do to win bets, but that's how you lose. I always win with my show bets. So I have Aiken to belong, but Aiken is spelt like Clay Aiken. Like you remember American Idol?
Of course.
Shout out T. Hicks. Remember who beat Clay Aiken?
Ruben Studdard.
Stoked you guys had.
That was the only season I watched from beginning to end. I've caught parts of other seasons, but that was the only one that I actually watched all the way through.
That was one of the originals. It was great.
Is that what Jennifer Hudson also? Was she on there?
I can't remember. I only remember Ruben Studdard. Up, we're off. All right, so I have Aiken to belong, 7-horse, and he's like 10-1.
Belong was out very swiftly. Here comes Dreaming of Dewey along the inside to vie with Pogie for the early lead.
He's got a show. He's in third now.
That trio followed by Full Tilt Treasure fourth, about 4 lengths off the lead. Another 2 to Out of Nowhere in front of Pretty
6-1. Be a nice little chunk on top of a great day.
Yeah.
What's the name again? The 4-horse is 22. Pogie, the 4-horse, 22-1. He's winning.
Should have taken Pogie, man.
Pogie was fucking 50-1 this morning.
They know something you don't. They know something you don't.
All
right, we're around the final. We're around Hell's Corner. Come on, Aiken.
They're in the final furlong. Here comes Out of Nowhere on the outside with good-looking strides.
Oh, come on. No. Out of Nowhere came out of nowhere. Damn it. And Pogie completely fell off too. All right. So, we're up $90 in the day. Not so fucking bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad for a Saturday.
Not bad for a Saturday show on a Saturday. All right. So that brings us into our new or well, not new, but one of our new favorite segments, our second segment, which is haikus. So I'm gonna go first. I'll read my haiku. Okay.
Sure.
Would you please begin the Japanese music? All right. I went to the mall. There was a great big food court. The soup was too hot.
I went to the mall. It was a great big food court, but the soup was too hot. So, I mean, I'm trying to think this went through. So the mall food court usually has a lot of options.
A lot of them.
So for some reason you landed on the soup. Don't know why. I'm not judging. And the soup is too hot. Now, in this, I see somebody who is never satisfied, right? Because you have so many options to choose from, and you choose the one that makes you unhappy. But I think any option would have made you unhappy here. You know, if you went and you got the Chinese place, you're like, huh, this isn't chicken. I'll tell you that. Or if you went and got, you know, like a taco, you'd be like, oh, this is going to give me diarrhea later. You know, you're not, I'm not saying you specifically, but the person in this
the main
haiku,
character, the protagonist of the
protagonist of the haiku is somebody who's a dark cloud follows him everywhere.
I agree. And let me just say, I just wrote this based on syllables. There was no meaning. So I'm happy that we got here. So I like how you, all right. So the scene is set as a guy who's never satisfied. So the protagonist, yeah, I think he's just a guy who wanted to play it safe after he scans his options of the food court, and he just went with soup because soup was safe. But then guess what? It was too hot.
Yeah, it was too hot. You're just not satisfied. I mean, you know.
So what's the moral of the haiku? What should we all collectively as a bomb squad take out of this haiku?
To quote Bob Marley, "Don't worry, be happy." That's it. Just let the small things kind of.
Hey, maybe the soup's supposed to be hot.
Yeah, if you don't, we wait a couple seconds.
Just blow on it.
You rather have soup that's too hot than soup that's too cold.
Agreed.
Yeah,
agreed.
I'm not here for the gazpacho, right? I don't need the cold soup. Like, I need the hot soup. But even if it's a little too hot, okay, you wait a second.
Just wait a minute.
You know, maybe
have some of the crackers.
Yeah, ask for extra crackers. I'm sure they'll give it to you.
Those are free. They come with the soup.
Exactly.
I agree. So it's a story of never being happy. It's a story of never being able to.
A tale as old as time. I mean, because also you're at the mall, so you're most likely buying stuff that you want.
Yeah,
so it's like you should be happy because of that. But it's like, this soup is too hot.
Yeah,
you know,
grow up. I mean, like you're the one who messed up.
You gotta look at your blessings in life. You have to count your blessings. You know, you have to make sure that you understand. Like, not everybody can go to a mall.
I was just gonna say that some people don't even have malls. Some people don't even know what a mall is.
Yeah, you go to Africa, you say, "Hey, let's go to the mall." They're like, "Hey, what's that?
What's that?
I've never heard of that."
Huh?
I don't know what a mall is. You're very fortunate that you live in America where there are malls and there are food courts with hot soup.
And hot,
some people don't have hot food.
They don't have hot food. They don't have hot soup. They don't have
malls. Mud water. They drink mud water.
Don't hashtag resist. Just enjoy life.
Yes.
Enjoy the fact that there's malls and food courts and soup that is hot.
Yes. Preach.
All right. So I think we hit that one out of the park.
We adequately
assess the haiku.
Yes.
Okay, I like that. So what is your haiku, Tones?
Okay. I found a little bird. Feathers were brown as my skid marks. I think the one's found.
I think the one's found.
Yeah. Like I meant to I found the one, but like it was too many syllables, so I tried to word it.
So you found a little bird. And his feathers were as brown as skid marks on underpants.
Her feathers.
Her feathers were as brown as skid marks, which is, of course, if you don't wipe well enough and you're wearing tidy whities, you get skid marks. For those who don't know what skid marks are.
Stains.
Poop stains. Thank you. And you think she's the one. Okay. So I'm not going to go down the scat fetish hole.
Thank you.
But I think let's see. So it sounds like a guy is yearning for love. And the bird is a symbol of peace, a dove. A dove is a symbol of peace. Well, It's a brown bird, so it's probably not a dove. It's a pigeon. Or a hawk. Brown as skid marks. And you think that she's the one. So it sounds to me like the protagonist of this haiku has a little bit of jungle love.
Whoa, easy there. Jungle love.
Sorry. Interracial desires.
All right. Yeah, I mean, so I went to the eye doctor today, and my doctor was this cute little Indian girl. So that's where that stems from. The little
so you
brown
fell
bird.
in love with your Indian eye doctor, huh?
Yeah. Now, and like she wasn't like, like an old Indian, like she was like my age.
Oh.
Or maybe a little bit older, like a couple years older, but she was a little Indian lady.
So that's so you're the protagonist.
I am the protagonist. Yes, this is based
so
on
you're calling your female eye doctor a skid mark color.
You
said she looked like shit tones.
She was the tone of shit. Okay, she didn't look like shit. She looked very nice, but just happened to have a shit tone.
Okay, I mean that's racist, but I get it.
I'm just describing colors. Like what other word can you use to describe that specific tone of brown?
Mud.
The mud's a little bit different.
Well, there's plenty of types of mud. It depends how much rain is in the dirt.
Or how much dirt's in the rain.
Sometimes mud looks like coffee. Sometimes mud looks like shit.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I could, but it fit the haiku, man. I don't know what you want me to say. I mean,
what's her name?
I don't remember. Dr. Hashmiel.
Dr.
Hashmiel, something. I don't know.
She's a Jewish Indian woman.
Something. Hashmiel. I don't know.
So you wrote a haiku for your Indian eye doctor to profess love. I think she's the one. She's a skid. She looks like a skid mark in the underpants.
Yeah, I mean, you could even say that, the fact that she is
a small bird.
Well, she's a brown person in a field largely of white people, that she's the skid mark on the doctor industry, but not in a bad way. Just like she's
you were really getting to a really nice, wholesome point, and you ruined it. She's a skid mark on the industry.
I mean, she stands out. She's just like, you got the white tighty whities, and all of a sudden there's this big brown mark in the middle. It's like, oh, look, it's Dr. Schmiel.
I get that you mean it in a nice way, but since this is just an audio only podcast, it's gonna come off terribly. But I get it. Hey, shoot your shot. Maybe go read her that haiku next time you have a. I wrote this poem for you. It's haiku. Just call me a skid mark.
Yeah, but in a good way.
In a good way. You're not listening. All right. So cut the Japanese music. So that brings us into our third segment, which is a bringing it back. All right. So what are you bringing back?
I want to bring back laser tag. It is.
I don't know if it really went anywhere. I think everybody just kind of grew out of it. Yeah, you're right. That's bringing it back.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there are like younger kids that still play it, but like
if somebody calls me and is like, "Yo, we're going to play laser tag Saturday night. You want to come?" I'll just be like, "Yeah, I will definitely be there."
Yeah, exactly. I mean, even now you can even have a few beers, maybe smoke a couple joints before or something. Like, have a good old time.
Back in the laser tag days, like I realized very quickly that if there were ever to be a draft for our military, I would die so fast. I'll walk out of that laser tag match with 0 points sometimes. You didn't hit anybody?
As long as you had fun, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
I'll just be the target. I'll just sit there, let everyone shoot at me. No, I just like, I don't know. It's something about, because I've always been into like war movies and like shooting video games. But like I've never once like actually do it with like real guns and real people. But it's just like if I get to do it, like if laser tag is basically just like you playing a video game. You could shoot at people, you could get shot and like come back. Like
I like that.
It's like video games in real life. And it's not like paintball or airsoft where you actually get hurt, you actually get hit. Like it's just like you just vest vibrates like, oh, I got shot. Let me respawn.
You gotta or you could just take it to the next level and just act like it's a war movie. So when you do feel vibrate, you just like go down. You just like,
or what we could do? We can make vests with the nipple shockers in them. So every time you get shot, it shocks you, and you actually feel a little bit of something.
I need a medic. My leg,
my nipples.
So I want to bring back. After you fart, you have to say safety, or else somebody can call doorknob.
That's good. That's good.
Doorknob.
No, that was the worst. You'd be
Punch
someone
on the shoulder. Even if there's no doorknobs in the house.
Yeah. Yeah, there'd be times you'd be like at school or something. There wasn't like a single doorknob anywhere. And you're just like, what the fuck do I do? I was going to get punched for the rest of the
Gonna
day.
punch you for the rest of the year. That's it. Until you hit a doorknob.
Yeah.
That's it. Because it was the best when you just like safety to avoid the doorknob trolls.
The
You know?
preemptive. Yeah, of course. No, there was a time when you had to be quick with it, you know.
You had to say safety beforehand. Like you had to. And if you forgot,
See, where I was, you had to say it after. Like you saying it before didn't count. It had to be after.
so then you wow, that's tough.
So-
then you have to be real quote. Then you're gonna
Right.
some ties go to the runner. Ties go to the safety in that, in that
of
game.
course. You have to go with that. But yeah, it was tough because you forget for even a second, someone's pouncing.
The worst is when like a doorknob guy would like actually hit you kind of hard in the shoulder.
Oh
It-
yeah,
it
they
hurt
take it too
enough.
seriously.
Yeah. Doorknob. It's like fuck ow. What's the doorknob?
Or like when there was actually a doorknob and they would like hold you and like just punch you and hold like you so you couldn't move. It's like, dude, this is cheating. You can't do this. Like, you gotta let me go.
Yeah, that's holding.
Yeah.
10 yards.
Now
I
I
get
get
to
some
reverse the
doorknob
doorknob on
punches.
you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. All right. So those are now back. Whoa. Who's honking? Honk if you're horny. Not me. I jerked off before. Anyway. All right. So our segment number 4 is a do you remember? So I don't know if you remember this. Were you at Joe's birthday party in Atlantic City, which happened to be on Halloween too? When I had the Batman poncho?
No, I don't think I was.
So I suck at Atlantic City. I haven't been back since. And this was senior year because I had to drive back into Manayunk. So I literally have not been back since. I went in there with like, I want to say $350 cash. And when I rolled into Atlantic City from Philadelphia, I was just slightly above E in my gas tank, but I just got to the parking lot and I was just like, I'll just fill it up like right as I leave, you know?
Yeah.
Plus I was also an idiot and I accidentally rolled into the valet parking.
Oh.
And I was just like, I was too embarrassed to say like I didn't mean to do this. So I was like, yeah, all right, you know, here are my keys. I'll be back after I'm a millionaire. So we go in. I lose all of my money because I like the blackjack. I play blackjack when I do go, which is your first mistake.
Yeah.
And the second mistake, which is even bigger, is I went to the $20 minimum bet table because there were never any lines, and it was in the smoking section. So I could just kind of sit down and do my thing. But like the dealer's just like low key taking all my money like in a flash. I lost all of my money in like, I don't know, 10 minutes to the point where like we were supposed to go out to like Tara Reid was having her birthday party in the pool at Harrah's Casino.
Mm-hmm.
And like I couldn't afford to go to that. So like that was like at midnight. Like I lost all my money at like 6:45 p.m. So I lost all my money. It was a nightmare. I wake up to Larry, his friend, throwing up in my shoes. And so I had to wash those out. And then I get to my car. The valet comes. Well, but even before that, I realized I'm broke. So I'm like, I have to pay the valet guy. And so Larry spots me $10 for the valet. So I give the guy $10 for the valet. Get in the car. And then I remember that I completely forgot to fill up with gas before I got there. So I have to get from Atlantic City to Philadelphia just above E. Not even like it's like on E.
Yeah. That's like what, like an hour and a half drive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 hours.
Okay. Yeah.
So I had like 23 cents in my car total. Like I looked through all the seats. I was able to get 23 cents worth of gas, which I put it in. It was like I plugged it in. Like when they plugged it in, it was. I mean, that was embarrassing enough. I'll take this much gas, please. Handed him the change, and then it was. I turned the air conditioning off, and it was hot as fuck.
You're just sweating, hungover.
I was hungover. I'm broke, and I have to get a 2-hour drive out of the way. And I was just like, I'm gonna break down, like, you know, in the middle of nowhere. I don't even know what to do.
Yeah,
you know. So I just turned the radio off, and I'm just sitting there like petting the car like it's an animal. Just like,
come on, you
come on, girl, Beth, my red Nissan. This is probably why it broke down at 70,000 miles. Well, the whole thing totaled because I ran out of gas so many fucking times. The thing, you know. I got to Manayunk and I was going across the bridge and she started to stall a little bit. And I was just like, easy, big fella. You know, and I was able to get around and park and that was it. And I was able to go borrow money from somebody eventually, and like barely get to the gas station and put gas in the car, and I made it. I made it from Atlantic City to Philadelphia on an empty gas tank.
It's impressive. That's impressive. Not many people can do that. But that story of AC is just like every AC trip I've ever had. Not so much with like the not being able to drive back because of no gas thing like that. That's a separate incident. But just the being hungover and losing all your money and having to drive like 2-3 hours to get home.
The whole like, why the fuck?
Yeah, like I always forget it. I've never left Atlantic City or any casino for that matter up money.
Same.
I've always lost just about everything. I'm just
never won money at a casino before. That's why I've never went back. I just do it. I bet the ponies, and that's the best. And then it goes back to like the Tones Bones I had. They took the coolers away, and they're trying to take that away from me. But I just do it on my couch from here and win plenty of money that way.
I got a big cooler in my kitchen. I don't need coolers in your place.
Exactly. But yeah, I legitimately have not been to a casino since college because of that. Because I had to drive home from Atlantic City to Philadelphia with no gas. So that brings us to our 5th segment out of 6. We have an It Was All a Dream. So yes, as Freddy Krueger indicated, I've had a nightmare, a couple of them. And I texted you the other day. I said they were kind of concerning. So I'll get to it later. But so the first one, so I'm in this room, right? And James Gandolfini is holding a gun at me, right? Like that was just the beginning of it. And there was somebody else there. And like the guy who I was with was why we were there. And Gandolfini was furious at this guy I was with. So I like, there's no reason for me to be there. Like, I was just like, this guy, like I got sucked into this whole fucking thing. So Gandolfini's like just calm and he's talking to me and he's just like, nah, yeah, it's fine. Like, you know, you shouldn't be here. Like your buddy fucked up like this and that. And I was like, I know, I don't even know who he's not my buddy. I just some guy. So then like the guy says something that pisses Gandolfini off big time. And Gandolfini starts like walking around pacing, like fucking freaking out. And then he just turns to me and shoots me right in the stomach.
What the fuck? Why you?
I don't know. Right. And this is where it's concerning because usually when something like that happens in my dreams, I wake up. But this one, like, no, like I was sitting there like bleeding out on the floor, just like I can't believe he shot me. And like I was like sitting there like, oh my God, this is it. This is it. I'm gonna die. Like James Gandolfini has just shot me in the gut for
he came back from the dead to kill me.
I can't believe it. And then I ended up waking up, thank God. But it was one of those dreams where I woke up from and I was just like, holy fucking shit, thank God that wasn't real.
Yeah.
And then like 20 seconds after you say that, you're just like, I can't believe James Gandolfini just shot me in the stomach for no reason. And then you just start to retrack your steps from the dream. You're like, why the fuck was I even involved with James Gandolfini back there? I don't do anything to, like with the mob.
It's funny that you dream of him because I actually just started rewatching The Sopranos like 3 days ago.
Maybe that's why.
Did I tell you that?
No,
that's bizarre. That's bizarre. We have some kind of like ESP connection going.
And then the second nightmare I had, which was more recent, kind of a simple one. I was driving and I kind of was just, sleep mode, and I was kind of distracted driving a little bit. And then I slipped off of a cliff and I drove and I was flying off the cliff. And as I saw myself plummeting down towards the water, I'm just like, this is it. I'm gonna hit the water and that's it. There's not like I can't do anything. I can't get out of the car. It's just I'm gonna hit the water and that's it. And just as I hit the water, I woke up. So I died twice the last week.
That's intense, man. That's like
I know. I got demons chasing me from McDonald's. I got home ones that for $1 million that are getting rebuked, and now I'm dying.
Yes, that's tough, man. James Gandolfini. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, unbelievable.
That is very concerning.
Yeah,
I'm worried about your mental state, Tom.
Well, we'll just keep dreaming and see what happens. Hopefully, we get ourselves back to when I discover unicorns are actually real.
I actually had a little dream last night. I actually had like a really weird one that I can't remember because I fell right back to sleep once I woke up. But I remember thinking like, I got to write this down. This is gold, and it's gone. But I had another one after, and I'm not sure. Like, I don't remember most of it. I just remember this one scene vividly. We were playing flag football, but it was in like an NFL stadium with like a full.
As in you were, or like
I was. Well, yeah. No, I don't think you were there. It was me, and then a couple other people I didn't really know, and then there was like a couple people from like customers at my job, and there was this one like big fat Mexican guy who was running with the ball, and he just got like laid the fuck out. Like, and this was flag football,
Oh boy,
Some guy
that's a 15-yarder.
Some guy just came in and fucked him up, and then he was just laying there in pain for like 10 minutes. He couldn't get up.
That was the dream.
That was all I remember. This fat Mexican guy just got fucked up, got truck stick, and he was just laying there.
Oh man!
And it's not even like a guy that like I interact with on a normal basis. Like I just see him around the store. He doesn't even come by the fish. Like I've just seen this guy a couple times. He just shows up in my dream and then fucking delays the game because he's a bitch and he can't take a hit.
He shouldn't have been hit anyway.
I mean,
man,
that's besides the point. Take the hit like a man.
All right, so that brings us into our final segment of today, which is a Tones Bones. So why don't you go ahead? Because apparently you got a bunch of bones to pick. You got a boneyard over there.
I got a whole boneyard. I'm like a dog just collecting my bones. So I'll start with one, more of the more recent ones. So I have a bone to pick with my contacts, right? So the other day, I take my contacts out of the case in the morning. I'm getting ready. It's probably like Tuesday, right? Yep. And this one just has a tear in it. It just ripped like halfway through. So I'm like, what the like? How did this happen? It was fine when I took it out and I put it in the case, and now I take it out and it's ripped.
Yeah.
So I tried putting it in, too uncomfortable, couldn't do it. So I was like, all right, throw this pair out. I got one more pair left. I'll use those. I put those in. They're fine for like 2 days. Actually, yesterday morning when I was putting them in, I saw a tiny little tear at the top. And I was like, fuck, this is my last pair. But like I already had a doctor's appointment for this Saturday, like today, to go get my prescription re-up so I could get more. I was like, you know what? Like hopefully I could just get through another day or two.
Yeah.
I'll be fine. I put it in, go through work. Everything's fine. They weren't bothering me. I get home. I go to take them out. I go to take it out. Only half of it comes out.
Oh, boy.
It ripped all the way through, and the other half was still in my eye.
I
didn't know where it was. Like, I spent like 10 minutes trying to get it out. It was like one of those
God.
terrifying things. I was just poking myself in the eye trying to get it out.
I hate eye stuff, Tones.
I know, but it was bad. I mean, luckily I got it out eventually.
How bad is it if you just go with no contacts? Like, can you walk? Are you just gonna like walk into a wall? Like,
no,
is it that bad?
It's not that bad, but I can't like read anything more than like 10 feet away from me.
Like, I'm pretty good at walking around in pitch black darkness. You know, like I have my hands out and I'm able to feel.
Yeah, but like you're a Hawkeye Heavy, so you got like.
I can see for fucking miles.
So I mean, I'm sure like even though it's dark, you can still kind of see basic shit. And I'm not completely blind when I take my contacts out, but it's just like everything's really blurry.
Nice.
It's like
a song by POD.
Yeah, exactly. Like if I'm driving, like I can't read street signs and shit. No chance.
Okay. Well, that sucks. 4 eyes. Why don't you just wear glasses?
Because I don't like having things on my face.
You should wear rec specs at work.
That's the other things. Like at work, like I don't want to get like my glasses all covered in shit.
That's what rec specs are for. If you can play basketball on rec specs, then you can easily work in the salmon department of Restaurant Depot for fucking rec specs.
I'm not wearing fucking rec specs, you asshole. You imagine you walk in and you just see me wearing rec specs, just like throwing salmon.
You're just gonna be chest passing salmon to people,
posting up a red snapper.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. Well, that's your problem. My Tones Bones kind of off the cuff a little bit, but I mean, I'm sick of having to go to bed like fearing nightmares.
Yeah, it's tough. That's a tough one, man. I don't know. Like, you think sleep is like the one safe haven you have. You get away from the real world.
A long day. I got a long week. Let's just like enjoy these 8 hours of just like sleeping and this and that. And then all of a sudden, you're getting recruited by Satan at McDonald's. I mean, like, what the fuck is going on up there?
Yeah, it's you've got an active mind. I'll give you that. Active imagination.
I mean, that's a good thing. It's a blessing and a curse, as they'd say.
Yeah.
I guess, right? I mean, like, what's next? I mean, like, when you have dreams like I've been having, like, what the fuck could possibly be next? I mean, some parts of me are just like, I'm excited to go see it because it's like, it's whatever.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just like go into a dream and you get into a goddamn plane crash and it's horrible. You want to go completely, I cannot sleep on planes because of my plane crash nightmares. Like, it's insane. Yeah. I have to go to like the middle of nowhere, Germany in October for work. And I think that's like a 12-hour flight. Like, I'm just going to
long flight.
I'm just going to sit.
That's going to fuck up your sleep. Cause I mean, like you have to try and sleep like to get back on schedule. I don't know. It's a whole thing. There's a whole science to it to avoid jet lag as much as possible, but you're just becoming a zombie. Walk around Germany.
I'm just gonna be pulling a putty from Seinfeld, just like sitting there, and like the flight attendant's like, "Do you like want a magazine or something?" I'm like, "No, just like praying for a safe landing, whenever we get there."
Well,
I've been in a lot of these crashes before, lady. You have no idea.
I know how this goes.
Yeah.
When are you going? When are you going there?
October or September. No. September like 18th or something. I have to go to the Ramstein Air Force Base.
Oh, that's a band, isn't it?
Ramstein, yeah, they sing Du hast.
Yeah.
Du hast mich.
They have their own air base. That's cool.
Yeah, I guess, but it's like literally in the middle of nowhere, Germany. I have no idea. Like, there's nothing. I can get like everybody's like, "Oh, it's cool you go to Germany." I'm like, "There's nothing to see where I'm going in Germany."
Yeah.
Like, it's just
That's tough.
a straight up business trip. Of
I was going to say, like, at least if you went in October, maybe you could catch some of Oktoberfest.
That's what everybody says. Yeah, like Munich is. I think it's like a 6.5 hour drive from where I'm at. Yeah, I think the closest like main city is Frankfurt, which is 4 hours.
Germany's not
like,
even that big. Like, where the fuck are you?
Smack dab in the middle of it. I mean, that's like military bases are always in the most obscure locations.
Yeah,
never, like you're not gonna have like the Chicago Air Force Base. You know, it's always like the most random cities in the United States from wherever.
Wait, is it an American Air Force base in Germany, or is it a German Air Force? Okay.
Yeah. So I'll be there then. But that is the show. Tones, do you have any post-show thoughts?
No. I'm excited to be back tomorrow to do these movie talks.
Movie talks tomorrow. Caddyshack and what's my movie?
Leon the Professional.
Leon the Okay, good. All right, so Bomb Squad, thanks for listening to the Saturday show on a Saturday. We will see you tomorrow for a Thursday show on a Sunday. Thanks for listening again. We love you, and we'll see you tomorrow.